In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add audio to your website. So we have a link here to my audio page, and I'm going to go ahead and create that audio page and show you how to um, add a link to an audio file. Before we do that, I'm going to hide Dreamweaver for a moment and just go back to the desktop, and you notice I've got an MP3 audio file here, and I've got an MP4 video file as well. But what I want to do is I want to put those into my media folder that we created at the beginning of the course. So I'm going to double click on my root folder, and there's the media folder, and I'm going to click and drag my media so it is in my movie file as well. Drop that. So now you can see in the media folder I've got a movie and a song ready to go. And now I toggle back to Dreamweaver, and I am going to go to File, New, HTML, click Create, and I'm going to save this page. Go File, Save, and I'm going to call this my audio HTML. Click Save. So I've created this new page, and then I want to link to the style sheet. So I'm going to go over to the CSS Styles panel, double click, click on the link tool again. We've done this many times, so you should be used to it. You click on that, desktop CSS, click OK, the style sheet's attached. I'm going to go to insert a div tag. I'll pop the container in there again. Click OK. So there's my container. And I'm just going to highlight that, and I'm going to put my audio file, put a title there. Maybe I'll insert another horizontal rule. I can highlight this text, and maybe I'll make this heading 2. So not quite heading 1. And then I'm going to click below here, and there are several ways to attach audio to your page. The first and the easiest is just simply to say type some text and create a link to the file. So I typed play this. I can collapse my insert tab panel, my CSS styles panel, locate the file panel, locate the media folder, and see in the media folder we don't see anything in there at the moment. And I had added my audio and video file in, but sometimes it doesn't show up right away. So you've got to use this little refresh tool up here on the left hand side, and click on the little refresh tool, and sure enough, now the contents, I can see a little down arrow next to media. If I open that up, there's my MP3 and my MP4, the movie and the song. So I can highlight this, and I could just use the point to file tool and link it to the song, the MP3. And this will work fine. If I preview it, what it does is it's going to open the audio file in a new page. So I click on play this, and it just opens up the audio player in the browser window. The second way of doing this would be, I close that, to embed the audio file, embed the player into the page. So in that case, I would once again, I could type play this, hit a space, but now I'm going to go out and get some HTML5 code to actually embed the player inside the page. And to do that, I'm going to go out to my browser, and I have located a web page that has all of these HTML5 links on it in terms of code. Now there's a link to this site from the Moodle page, and specifically I have links to audio and video tags and how they work in HTML5. But if you just did a Google search for HTML5 and specifically HTML5 tags, you'll find this site amongst others, but this site gives you all of these HTML tags that you can see how they're used for your site. And the one I'm interested in on the left hand side here is audio. And a lot of these tags are relatively new with the way they're being used, and they're very, very, very functional. So to play a sound, these are the tags. You have audio controls, audio tag here, and it contains the source of your file and all of the code that you need to get your sound playing inside your browser window. So what we're going to do is copy that code. Once again, Command-C, Control-C, or right-click on it, copy it, toggle back to Dreamweaver, and now I'm going to position my cursor where I want to put my audio player on my page. So I position the cursor. Notice the cursor is blinking. And if I go over to the code view in Dreamweaver, you can see the cursor is there in the page and is blinking in exactly the same place in the code. So that is where my cursor is positioned, and all I do is I just go paste, so Command V or Control C, Control V, and it pastes the code exactly where I have the cursor positioned. And so there it has the code ready to go. The only thing I have to do is I have to change the name of the file here, and the name of the file that I have is not horse.ogg, it is song.mp3. Its type is audio, not OGG, but is MP3. And that ought to do it. I don't need this second line here. So I don't have another file, so that should open up that file. And if you don't see the player over there, you can refresh. And this is what would appear if the player wasn't installed on your browser, but it should be. And if I go to Preview in Safari and click Save, you could see that file is loading. And it's not working. I wonder why. Well, the reason it isn't working is because I must have done something wrong. I didn't give it the right path to that song. And so let's close this, go back to Dreamweaver, and let's see what we did wrong. Well, if we look over here in the File panel, you could see that my song MP3 is correct, but it's inside a folder called Media. So this is really a good lesson that you just saw right in front of your eyes here of having the wrong path. So I've got the song file name correct, but I need to make sure that I tell it to look for that song in the media folder. So I put that media/song mp3 in there. Now I refresh it, and then I preview it, and hopefully we save changes. And there it is. And there's the little player embedded right in there. I've got a volume control, and it's ready to play that audio file embedded right in your page. So that is how to either link to an audio file or embed an audio file in your web page.